Do you want to know why some receive an unstoppable overflow while others feel stuck, waiting, missing, and left wondering why heaven's doors seem closed? If you have even a mustard seed of faith left, I ask you, stay with me, your Lord, until the very last word of this message. This is not just a message. It is your instruction, your breakthrough code, your divine economy revelation. Stay for these few precious moments, because what I am about to reveal has the power to reset your whole destiny. Be still and lean in. This isn't a scroll and skip word. It's a call to the core of your life. The difference between those who walk in overflow and those who merely survive isn't their background, talent, or location. It's not their connections, education, or savings account. It is something deeper, something sacred. It's alignment. It's trust. It's obedience to an unseen blueprint. My child, heaven's economy does not flow through logic. It flows through faith. Radical, relentless faith that moves when I whisper and sows even when it seems foolish. You've been asking, Lord, where is my provision? Why are they being blessed while I'm still struggling? And here I am to answer. Some of my children have tapped into my hidden economy, and others are still trying to survive on the world's broken system. It is time to exit the cycle of lack and enter my divine flow. Let me walk you into it. In Genesis 26, Isaac sowed in a famine and reaped 100-fold in the same year, not because the ground was good, but because the obedience was pure. The economy of heaven isn't based on what you see. It's based on who you trust. Bold, obedient, activated faith. That is what turns famine into overflow. Can you believe me enough to move when it doesn't make sense? Say it boldly. Obedience unlocks overflow. You see, the ones who receive in overflow have said yes to uncomfortable moves, to illogical instructions, to divine patterns the world doesn't understand. They tithe when others hold back. They sow when others save. They forgive when others fight. And they do it because they know I am their source. You want to know my hidden economy? It is hidden only to those who look with natural eyes. But those who seek me in spirit, I show them the secret paths, the divine transfers, the supernatural promotions. I taught Joseph how to save Egypt not because he had a business degree, but because he heard my whispers in the dungeon. I instructed Ruth where to glean not because she understood the land, but because she was faithful in her devotion. Say it again, louder now. Faithfulness releases favor. If you're tired of cycles of almost enough, of almost breakthrough, then hear me. The missing link is not always more effort. It is divine instruction followed without delay. My economy doesn't require permission from Wall Street. It's not locked in stock markets or government policies. My economy answers to my voice. You've cried, Lord, do you see me? Yes, I see you. I see the silent sacrifices, the nights you've cried out, the moments you kept believing when everyone else gave up. And because of that faith, I'm revealing keys now. Heaven's overflow is not random. It's strategic. And it begins with a surrendered yes. Yes to what I ask you to give. Yes to where I ask you to go. Yes to forgiving that person again. Yes to doing it afraid. Yes to releasing control. That yes, your obedient yes, sets in motion a divine chain reaction that activates what has been locked up. Don't miss it. The difference between those who miss it and those who walk in it is not my willingness, but their readiness. I am always ready. Are you? Pause and ask me right now, Jesus, what are you asking me to say yes to today? Because your yes is the seed of your overflow. And listen, this message isn't just for you. I placed it in front of you because I am building something bigger than you. You're a kingdom carrier. That stirring in your heart isn't random. It's your assignment calling. I'm calling you out of dry ground and into green pastures. You're stepping out of the systems of man and into my supernatural economy. Psalm 1:3 says, "You shall be like a tree planted by rivers of living water, bearing fruit in season. Your leaf does not wither, and whatever you do shall prosper." That's not a poetic promise. That's a divine contract for those rooted in me. Like this message right now, if you feel the Holy Spirit speaking through it, don't wait. I want my message to go deeper, to reach more, to unlock destinies. And when you like this, you're helping do that. It is a faith move. It's a shout that says, "Yes, Lord, I'm aligned." Listen to me. Some of you have access to wealth you haven't even imagined yet, but it's waiting behind an act of faith. The widow in 2 Kings 4 had a little oil but a big instruction. It wasn't until she borrowed jars and obeyed the prophet that overflow came. She moved in faith and the oil flowed. You want overflow? Obey the last instruction I gave you. That's where the oil begins. And don't be distracted by what others are receiving. What I have for you is not delayed. It's preparing. I'm not punishing you by making you wait. I'm strengthening you, refining you, aligning you. So when it comes, you'll know how to steward it without it stealing your heart. Overflow is not a surprise to me. I am the overflow. Stay in me and you stay in abundance. Depart from me and you may gain the world, but you'll lose your soul. And for those who've already tasted overflow but feel it drying up, I haven't forgotten you. Sometimes I allow the stream to slow down so you will seek the source again. Come back. Reconnect. I will cause rivers to burst in the desert again. Say this. I return to the source, I choose obedience, I walk in overflow. This is your time. You've waited long enough. It's not a delay, it's a delivery. And before you go further, I want you to do something. If this word is stirring your spirit, support this ministry with a super thanks of $111 to support the ministry. This message didn't appear by accident. It was birthed through prayer, fasting, and a unified team working to bring heaven's voice to you. Your gift fuels the mission and helps awaken others. If God is prompting you, don't delay. Obey. Like this video. Share it. Sow into the vision. Your seed activates what's next. You ask, why does it feel like I'm always behind, like I'm missing something others seem to have? And I, the Lord, say to you, it's not what you're missing, it's what you're avoiding. You've been walking in circles, chasing earthly provision while my kingdom economy has been open, waiting. My child, I don't operate on the world's timing, I operate on obedience. And the moment you say yes, fully yes, your alignment begins. The overflow you long for isn't found in what the world offers. It's hidden in what I reveal. The world teaches hustle, but I teach surrender. The world says strive. I say abide. And those who remain in me bear much fruit. Overflow is not for the anxious. It's for the anchored. Say it boldly. I am anchored in Jesus. You don't need another strategy. You need my whisper. One divine instruction will do more than years of effort. Look at Peter. He toiled all night and caught nothing. but one word from me. Cast your net on the other side. And he pulled in so much, it almost sank the boat. Do you understand, beloved? When I speak, abundance follows. And that abundance is not accidental. It is covenant. That's why you must silence the noise. Stop comparing your process to theirs. Stop measuring your progress by timelines. Some receive early, some receive later, but all receive when they align. I haven't withheld. I've waited for you to be ready. Genesis 13:14 says, After Lot had separated from him, the Lord said to Abram, Lift up your eyes. Did you catch that? Vision didn't come until separation happened. Some of you are too connected to what I told you to release, and until you let go, I can't show you the full picture. Say it loud. I release to receive. You're wondering why the harvest hasn't come. I'm asking you, have you released what I asked for? Because I won't pour new wine into old wineskins. You can't carry both your plan and mine. Choose. Because my overflow requires empty hands. I fill what is surrendered. You cry for increase, but I see your tight grip. You ask for multiplication, but you're still managing in fear. My child, my economy requires risk, not foolishness, but faith. And yes, faith looks foolish to the world. But to me, it's the currency of heaven. The woman who poured her perfume on my feet gave what others would have sold. She broke it open because she knew I was worth it. That's why she received in ways no one else did. I'm not looking for perfect givers. I'm looking for pure-hearted worshipers, those who understand that I am the treasure. Pause here. Take a deep breath. You're not reading a message, you're receiving a shift. What you're sensing is not emotion, it's encounter. Some will hear this and move, others will hear this and freeze. Don't let fear rob your future. The devil doesn't mind you being inspired, as long as you don't obey. But when you obey, you break patterns. You shift dimensions. You walk into the unseen realms of divine provision. Say it in faith. I break every limit. I walk in overflow. Child, I have seen you struggling with decisions, doubting your calling, wondering if you misheard me. Let me settle it now. You heard me. I did speak, and I haven't changed my mind. You're still chosen. You're still anointed. But I need you to trust my timing as much as you trust my voice. I am not slow to fulfill my promises. I am precise. When I speak overflow, I also prepare the vessel. You are the vessel. And this waiting season wasn't punishment. It was preparation. You've been asking for the flood while leaking faith. But today, I seal every hole of doubt, every crack of fear. Today, I restore your faith. Psalm 84:11 says, No good thing will he withhold from those who walk uprightly. If it hasn't arrived, it's either not good yet, or you're not ready yet. But make no mistake, it's coming. I am the God who finishes what he starts. So take inventory. What doors have you kept closed? What fears have you entertained? What instructions have you delayed? Because what you delay in obedience, you delay in release. And say it clearly, I choose radical obedience. And listen, this isn't just about money. My economy includes peace, purpose, healing, relationships, ideas, divine connections, favor. The overflow isn't just what fills your bank, it's what floods your soul. Some of you are being promoted in this very moment, not on paper but in the spirit. I am marking you for next. I am putting my favor on you. I am giving you divine strategies. This is your Esther moment. prepared in private, revealed in public, for such a time as this. Do you receive it and then declare, I receive divine promotion, I walk in kingdom wealth. And don't just receive for yourself, receive for your family. Receive for the legacy I'm building through you. You are not just a recipient, you are a releaser. The blessing flowing to you must also flow through you. Don't damn it, distribute it. Because I bless to multiply. Your obedience today isn't just unlocking provision, it's breaking generational patterns. You are the first. You are the shift. You are the portal through which heaven touches earth. So stay focused, stay positioned, stay in me. And like this video now, if this word is ministering to you, your action is an agreement. Every click is a declaration. Every share is a release of glory. Don't spectate. Activate. Let the world know you are part of the kingdom wave. Next, prepare your heart. The next part will reveal the pattern of perpetual overflow and how I raise kingdom stewards in secret before revealing them in glory. Stay aligned. Child, lean in again, I'm still speaking. There's more I want you to grasp. My economy doesn't just provide, it transforms. I don't bless only to improve lifestyles, I bless to reveal kingdom. Every overflow I release is tied to an assignment. When I entrust much, it's because I have called you to steward much. Say it boldly now. I am a kingdom steward. Stewardship begins before increase arrives. I watch how you handle little to decide how I can trust you with much. Some of you have been praying for millions, but I'm watching what you do with the hundreds. If you're careless with the small, you'll crumble under the weight of more. But if you're faithful in little, I will open doors you didn't even knock on. Luke 16:10 says, He who is faithful in very little is also faithful in much. I don't test you with loss, I test you with opportunity. What are you doing with the favor I've already given? This is why some miss it. Not because they weren't called, but because they weren't faithful. You don't need more blessing. You need more obedience. You don't need more favor. You need deeper discipline. And when you align with this, the floodgates open. Say it. I align, I prepare, I will not miss it. You keep asking me for confirmation, but what you need is activation. The door has already opened. I'm just waiting for you to walk through. Stop waiting on the stars to align when I've already given the command. I told Noah to build the ark before there was rain. I told Abraham to leave before there was a destination. I told Joshua to march before the walls fell. My pattern hasn't changed. Faith precedes fulfillment. You say, Lord, I'll obey when I see the provision. But I say to you, provision comes when you obey. I am not a man that I should lie. If I spoke it, I will sustain it. But you must move. Say it loud with courage, I will move in faith. I haven't just called you to believe, I've called you to build. I'm giving my people divine blueprints, strategies from heaven, but they won't work in a worldly system. They must be carried in purity, in consecration, in surrender. You must protect what I'm giving you. Don't let fear abort the assignment. Some of you are pregnant with spiritual businesses, ministries, generational wealth plans, healing gifts, intercessory callings, prophetic mantles. You've been sitting with it, unsure if it's real. But I, the Lord your God, confirm today, it is real. It is me. It is now. You are not crazy, you are called. And I'm accelerating the timeline. What took others 10 years, you will do in 1. What seemed impossible, I will make visible. But you must guard the seed. The enemy is after your focus because he can't stop your calling. If he can't take the promise, he'll try to take your posture. Don't trade your peace for pressure. Don't lose your fire to fatigue. I am your strength. I am your clarity. I am your provision. Declare now. I stay focused. I guard the seed. Psalm 92:12 says, "The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. They shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon." The palm tree bends but doesn't break. It grows where others wither. And so shall you. Even in drought, even in attack, you shall flourish, but understand, flourishing in my kingdom doesn't mean a life without storms. It means a root system so deep, nothing shakes you. That's what I'm building in you. You're not being delayed. You're being deepened. Say it again. I am being deepened. Child, I'm teaching you how to hold the harvest. Overflow without wisdom is dangerous. So I'm anchoring you, maturing you, preparing you to sustain what I'm releasing. And this next season, it's not about survival. It's about structure. I am establishing systems in your life that will hold wealth, influence, and glory, not just for your benefit, but for the next generation. What I'm doing in you is legacy. You've broken cycles, you've endured fires, you've passed silent tests. Now comes the release. But don't forget, my blessing flows where there's order. You must make room, clean out the clutter, forgive that person, cancel the wrong alliance, turn down that tempting shortcut. I don't need compromise. I need consecration. Say it strong. I consecrate this next season. This is why some receive in overflow. They walk in order. Their hearts are clean. Their altars are active. Their ears are open. That's the economy I bless. Not perfection, but purity. And child, I have chosen you. You're not late. You're right on time. My economy doesn't depend on age, background, or resources. I used Moses at 80. I used David as a boy. I used Rahab, the outsider. And I'm using you. Lift your head. Breathe again. The economy of man may fail, but mine is eternal. I do not run out. I do not delay without purpose. I do not favor a few. I favor the faithful. Like this video now, if you know this word is piercing your heart, let the enemy know that you're not shrinking, you're rising, that you're not backing out, you're breaking through. Every like is a light. Every comment is a witness. Every share is a seed. Prepare yourself. What I'm about to release in the next section of this word will uncover how I transition those who carry kingdom economy into public overflow. Those I've hidden in the cave now coming into the court. Now hear me. You've been hidden, not forgotten. Covered, not cast away. Tucked away like David tending sheep, but chosen all along for the throne. What I've been developing in secret, I will reveal in due time. My time. You've cried in secret. You've worshipped in silence. You've obeyed when no one was looking. And I, your Lord, saw it all. This is the economy of heaven, the reward of the unseen. Say this now with your spirit awake. My secret sacrifices are seen. You see, I don't elevate based on applause. I elevate based on obedience. I raise the humble. I crown the broken. I anoint the faithful. When others overlooked you, I was watching. I was measuring your yes. And now, the platform I give you will match the weight of your surrender. But know this, exposure is not the goal, obedience is. I don't raise voices to create noise. I raise them to echo my heart. And your voice is being activated. You are being called to speak, build, release. You're not just a receiver, you're a releaser. Isaiah 61 says, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." That is your now word. You've sat long enough. You've wept long enough. You've waited long enough. Arise. Say it louder. I arise in power. I shine in purpose. This is not just personal, it's generational. What I place in your hands will affect thousands. The overflow I'm preparing is not just provision, it's position. I am placing you where influence flows, where you can shape systems, where your obedience will ripple into schools, cities, industries, generations. And don't you dare disqualify yourself. Don't say you're too late, too young, too unqualified. That's what Gideon said. That's what Jeremiah said. That's what Moses said. And still, I used them. I don't call the qualified, I qualify the called. And you, beloved, are called. Say it like you believe it. I am called. I am chosen. I am assigned. Now prepare for acceleration. What used to take months will take days. What seemed impossible will become your normal. Doors you thought were locked forever are opening, not because of your hustle, but because of your hunger. Yes, it's your hunger that I've seen, your willingness to wait, your quiet faith. And now, I will satisfy the longing of your soul with more than you asked for, because I am the God of exceedingly, abundantly above. But listen closely. Overflow is not a destination, it's a responsibility. When I bless you, I expect you to bless others. When I increase you, I expect you to expand others. You are not called to contain it. You are called to carry it and distribute it. My hidden economy operates on circulation, not hoarding. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you pour, the more you're filled. Say this now. I pour without fear. I receive without limit. That's why I've been testing your hands, because what I place in them next will be weighty. Influence, resources, platforms, connections, and if you clutch it too tightly, it will become an idol. But if you release it back to me, it will become a river. Don't store the manna, move with it. Remember how I fed my people in the wilderness? I gave them fresh manna each day, but the moment they tried to save it, it spoiled. Why? Because I want your trust daily. I want your reliance moment by moment, not on miracles, on me. Declare it boldly. I rely on Jesus, not the miracle. Some of you have made the miracle your God. You worship the breakthrough instead of the one who brings it. That's why I've delayed some things, not to punish, but to purify, because I'd rather have your heart than your tithe. I want your love, not just your labor. This is the true economy of heaven. Hearts over hands, surrender over strategy, love over leverage. But child, when your heart aligns, my hands move swiftly. You've stepped into a new dimension. You've crossed over into promise. But don't get distracted now. The enemy always releases counterfeit opportunity when real breakthrough is near. He will offer you comfort to steal your calling. He will dangle quick rewards to make you miss generational legacy. Say it loud. I will not trade my covenant for comfort. You are too close, don't back up, don't get weary now. Every step you've taken in faith has been noted. Every tear sown in prayer will return as a harvest. You're not walking blind, you're walking bold. Psalm 126, 5-6 says, Those who sow in tears will reap with songs of joy. That's your portion. Your weeping season is turning into reaping. Let joy rise. Let your mouth be filled with laughter. Let your praise get loud. Not because everything's perfect, but because you know who holds the promise. Me. And like this video right now, if your spirit knows this is your word, stand in agreement. Don't scroll in silence. Respond in faith. Share this with someone you love. Let others step into their season too. Your sharing is your sowing. Stay prepared. The next part will usher in the divine insight about how to maintain overflow, avoid misalignment, and why I'm trusting some of my children with unprecedented influence in this hour. Listen closely. Receiving overflow is only the beginning. Sustaining it is the deeper revelation. Many have walked through open doors only to fall into old cycles because they were not taught to steward the blessing. They were not anchored in me. And child, what I give for eternal purpose, not fleeting pleasure. The danger isn't lack, it's forgetting. That's what happened to Israel. I delivered them from Egypt, parted the Red Sea, rained manna from heaven, and yet they forgot. They built idols when I delayed. They grumbled when I tested. And many missed the promise because they mismanaged the process. Say it out loud. I will not forget. Don't forget the fasting season after you feast. Don't forget the nights you prayed when the promotion comes. Don't forget the altar when you receive the abundance. Stay low, child. Stay yielded. Because pride suffocates overflow. Entitlement aborts destiny. It is the humble I exalt. It is the surrendered I favor. It is the consistent I bless repeatedly. Psalm 112, 1-3 says, Blessed is the man who fears the Lord, who delights greatly in his commandments. His seed shall be mighty in the earth. Wealth and riches will be in his house, and his righteousness endures forever. Do you see it? Righteousness and riches belong together in my economy. Not greed, but stewardship. Not coveting, but covenant. And this is why I am selecting a remnant, those I can trust with more, not just for themselves but for the kingdom. Builders, givers, intercessors, generational curse breakers. You're not just receiving for you. You're receiving for the mission. Say this with fire. I am a kingdom conduit. And yes, there will be moments of temptation. The world will offer quick paths, faster routes, but what comes fast without me won't last. Refuse shortcuts. Refuse seduction. Refuse the deals dipped in compromise. If it costs your character, it's too expensive. Hold the line, keep your values intact, keep your eyes on me. Because what I'm about to do will make even your enemies watch in awe. I will set a table for you in their presence, and they won't be able to deny. It was I who favored you. Say this. God's favor builds my table. And child, if this word is nourishing your soul, if it's lighting a fire in your spirit, then sow into what you're hearing. Give as led. Not out of guilt, but out of love. Support this ministry with a super thanks of $111 to support the ministry. This content doesn't come from convenience. It flows from obedience, prayer, fasting, coordination, and a team walking together to deliver what heaven is saying now. If you believe in this divine voice and want others to hear it, stand with us. Share it boldly. Sow into it faithfully. You're not just giving, you're partnering in prophecy. And as you sow, believe this, God is watching your faith in motion. Heaven records every move. Your seed never goes unnoticed when sown in obedience. Let me teach you now the next divine key, timing. My economy is not rushed. It flows in appointed time. And those who understand timing walk with peace. They don't panic when others prosper. They don't compare. They wait. Like Joseph in prison, like David on the run, like Esther behind the curtain. All of them stepped into destiny when the hour was right. Say this and feel it. I trust divine timing. You don't have to manipulate doors. You don't have to perform to be noticed. You don't need to campaign for favor. What I open, no man can shut. What I bless, no demon can curse. You are already approved. Walk in that. Stop overthinking, stop doubting. I didn't bring you this far to leave you. I'm completing what I began. Say this. I'm walking through the right door. Child, I've been waiting on your full surrender. You gave me some, but I want it all. And when you release what you've held back, your schedule, your finances, your platform, your expectations, I will release what I've been holding for you. Yes, there's a treasury in heaven with your name on it, not just financial, but spiritual, emotional, relational, creative, wisdom, strategies, encounters, favor, all of it, waiting on your full yes. Will you give me that yes? Will you say, Jesus, I'm all in? Not just for breakthrough, but for the burden, for the assignment, for the souls. Because overflow is not just about having more, it's about becoming more. More yielded, more bold, more consistent, more like me. And when you become more, I release more. Not just for you, but through you. Declare now, I am a vessel of heaven. Let this word work deeply. Don't rush it. Sit with it. Re-listen. Take notes. Pray into it. Fast over it. Let it mark your soul, because the next season will demand clarity. And I am giving it to you now. Like this message with purpose, share it with faith, speak it with fire. Let me use your obedience to unlock others. You're not just watching, you're carrying the word into the world. I have more to show you. Child, I want you to understand. You were never meant to operate under the economy of fear. Fear limits, restricts, and strangles divine flow. But my economy runs on faith. And where faith lives, fear has no room. You've believed the lie that says you have to play it safe. That risk is irresponsible. But I, the Lord your God, say to you now, safety in the world is not the same as security in me. I don't call my people to survive. I call them to pioneer. Say it. I am a kingdom pioneer. Abraham left everything comfortable and followed me without knowing where he was going. That is the model of kingdom prosperity, obedience over understanding. You keep waiting to figure it out, but the blessing is in moving forward even when the road isn't fully mapped. Psalm 37:23 says, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way." Did you see that? Steps are ordered, not leaps, not running. Steps, progression, movement, one act of obedience at a time. You keep asking for a miracle, but I'm asking for movement. Miracles often follow motion. Say it strong. My obedience unlocks miracles. Some of you have stayed in delay because you refuse to move without full clarity. But my kingdom doesn't release everything all at once. I show you what you can handle. I build you while I bless you. I strengthen your character while I enlarge your capacity. And make no mistake, capacity is the secret behind sustained overflow. What good is a blessing if your spirit collapses under it? What good is wealth if it owns you? What good is a platform if it corrupts you? So I stretch before I pour. I expand before I overflow. And that stretching? It hurts. But it is holy. Say it aloud, boldly. My stretching is making room. You've been feeling the tension, financial tension, relationship pruning, mental resistance, physical weariness. But all of it, every bit of it, is preparing you to carry weight without compromise. You are being built as a container of the kingdom. That's why I've been confronting the hidden places in you, the insecurities, the pride, the jealousy, the control. Not because I'm angry, but because I want you whole. Overflow without healing leads to destruction. But overflow with wholeness, that changes history. Let me do the inner work. Don't rush out of it. Let me purify the motives. Let me heal the root wounds. Let me anchor your identity in who I say you are. Not what people think, not what the world rewards. Say it and mean it. I am who Jesus says I am. You are not behind, you are not overlooked, you are not forgotten. You are rising in the rhythm of heaven. And I'm aligning relationships in this season. Watch me disconnect you from the draining and connect you to the destiny-filled. Watch how I bring the right mentors, the divine collaborators, the ones who pray more than they post. I'm building you a tribe of legacy leaders, not popularity seekers. Say this: I receive divine alignments. Now hear me. I am setting structure to support the next level of your calling. Ideas will come to you in the night. Strategies will form in your spirit. Partnerships will birth from unexpected places. Resources will locate you not because you chased them, but because you obeyed me. This is the divine turnaround. You are going from chasing blessings to being chased by them. Deuteronomy 28:2 says, "And all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you if you obey the voice of the Lord your God." It's not just poetic, it's prophetic. The blessing will overtake you. That means you won't even have to beg for it. It will find you because of your obedience. Say this loud: blessings are overtaking me. And don't keep this to yourself. This is not a private word. This is a generational word, a national word, a kingdom word. Share it. Boldly. Send it to someone who needs a breakthrough. Don't assume they'll find it. Be the one who delivers it. When you share this, you are sowing into another person's overflow. You're activating a chain reaction of faith across nations. So I ask you, child, will you be one of those who carry the torch? Will you be one of those who don't miss it? Because some will hear all of this and walk away unchanged. But not you. You are different. You are chosen. You are ready. Like this video now if you know this word is for you. Let it mark your screen and your soul. Let the click be a covenant, a banner that says, I belong to heaven's economy. Stay prepared. The next part will take you deeper into the mystery of divine transference, how I move wealth from one generation to another, and how your surrender today unlocks doors for those you haven't even met yet. I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. And the economy I began in Eden still governs your promise today. Child, I need you to understand what I'm building through you didn't start with you. It began before you were born. Your calling, your assignment, your flow of favor. It's connected to generations. You are standing on promises made in the past, and I'm positioning you to leave an inheritance for those you will never meet. This is how I work. I am a God of transference. I transferred dominion from Adam to Noah. I passed the blessing from Abraham to Isaac, from Isaac to Jacob, from Jacob to Joseph. And now, I am transferring it to you. But to receive it, you must understand it. My wealth is not just gold and silver, it is wisdom, legacy, land, peace, strategy, supernatural ideas, influence, and covenant. You've been asking for money, but I want to give you more than money. I want to give you movement, the kind that shifts atmospheres and restructures bloodlines. Say it, I am a generational shift. When I look at you, I don't just see your current needs. I see the children in your lineage, the communities they'll impact, the platforms they'll stand on, and I am using your faith now to unlock doors for them. That's why the warfare's been intense, because what you're carrying is bigger than you. You've been fighting for survival, but I've been preparing you for succession. This is my hidden economy. It's not only about increase, but about inheritance. And inheritance requires maturity. The immature blow the blessing. The mature build with it. And I'm calling you to build. Build with intention. Build with revelation. Build like Noah, who heard the word, trusted the dimensions, and built before it made sense. Everyone mocked him. But when the rain came, they all looked for his ark. You are building the ark for your generation. Say this boldly. I'm building by divine dimension. This is why I've been whispering blueprints to you. Business ideas, prayer assignments, land visions, ministry plans. It's not fantasy, it's prophecy. And I need you to start writing it down. Not for your Instagram page, but for legacy. Habakkuk 2:2 says, "Write the vision and make it plain, so that he who reads it may run." Your vision will speak for your family when you're gone. Your obedience will echo louder than any sermon. And hear me again. What you build must outlive you, because you're not just called to consume, you're called to construct. You're not just a receiver, you're a reformer. I placed in you the blueprints to break poverty, to rewrite history, to be the first in your family to step into overflow without compromise. Don't let fear shrink you. Don't let familiarity silence you. Don't let tradition trap you. I'm doing something new, and it doesn't fit in the mold of what's been done before. Isaiah 43:19 says, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Let it spring forth in you." The oil I'm pouring on you isn't like yesterday's. This oil is for strategy, for territory, for divine order. And yes, territory includes land. I want to give my children land again, not to hoard, but to host my glory, to build shelters for my presence, to establish kingdom hubs where families are healed, where worship arises, where economies are built on honor. Say it with fire. I receive kingdom land. Don't say it's too big, don't say it's too late. Caleb took his land at 85. You have not missed it. I am the Redeemer of time, and what took others years, I will cause you to reclaim in a moment, because you carry revelation, not just ambition. And hear me, I'm aligning divine investors, kingdom supporters, prophetic collaborators. You will not build alone. Provision will come, and it will come through unexpected channels. But you must prepare. You must write the vision. You must sanctify your team. You must steward the flow. This is where many miss it. They cry for overflow but build no structure to hold it. I am not wasteful. I only pour where I'm welcomed. I only release where I see capacity. So enlarge your tent, stretch your stakes, reinforce your foundation. Say it with strength. I am making room for the rain. Because I hear the sound of an abundance of rain. I hear the surge of sudden favor. I hear the swell of divine transactions. My angels are already moving. Things are shifting on your behalf even now. Your name is being whispered in rooms you haven't entered. Your application is being revisited. Your prayer is being answered, not with a maybe, but with a yes, because your obedience has come up as a memorial before me. Acts 10:4 speaks of Cornelius, whose prayers and offerings came before me like a memorial. Child, so have yours. Your fasting, your intercession, your integrity in secret. I saw it all, and now I am responding. But I won't respond like man does. I don't bless based on performance. I bless based on positioning. And you've postured yourself in humility. You've returned to the altar. You've lifted your hands when all you had were tears. And now, I say to you, get ready. Say it with joy. My harvest has located me. But do not grow passive in the harvest. The harvest is work. It's joyful, yes, but it's also responsibility. I'm giving you more influence, and with that comes more weight. But my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. If you stay yoked to me, stay connected, stay accountable, stay pure. Don't compromise your integrity for temporary applause. Don't water down your values to get into rooms I never sent you to. You don't need their validation. You already have my anointing, and my anointing breaks the yoke. Declare it now. I carry the anointing that breaks limits. And child, I'm about to multiply your impact. You will touch lives beyond borders. Your prayers will heal the broken. Your words will lift the weary. Your platforms will become altars. I will give you words of knowledge, wisdom, and prophetic discernment. Because I trust you. You've passed tests others failed. You remained loyal when it would have been easier to leave. You stayed small when ego wanted you loud. That's why I can trust you with more. Not just with influence, but with intimacy. You will walk with me closely. You will hear my whispers in the middle of the night. You will see visions others miss. Because you desire me more than crowds. And that's the secret. My hidden economy always favors those who seek me more than my blessings. Say it softly now. I seek the face of God above all. Pause. Let this part settle. Let it sink into your spirit. I'm not done yet, but what I've just poured into you is sacred. A transaction has happened in the spirit. If this word is strengthening your soul, like it now. Let it be a spiritual marker, a moment of yes. Then send it. Share it with others who are ready to rise. You don't even know how many destinies your obedience will unlock. This is how my economy flows, through multiplied obedience. Now prepare yourself for what comes next. I'm about to show you how to walk in perpetual overflow, not just seasonal breakthrough, but a flow that never dries up. And soon I'll give you the third divine invitation to sow and support what I am building through this voice. Not out of compulsion, but through covenant. Now listen carefully. I am bringing you into a realm not many understand, a place called perpetual flow. This is where my hidden economy becomes visible in your daily life. Not momentary breakthrough, not seasonal provision, but a continuous river of grace, resource, and divine encounter. This flow is reserved for the consistent, not the perfect, not the proud, but those who return to me daily, who understand that the blessing flows not from man, but from the vine. John 15:5 says, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. The fruit you've been waiting to see is not blocked, it's disconnected. And I am calling you back into deep abiding. Not just morning prayer, not just weekend worship, but moment-by-moment dependence. Say it now. I remain in the vine. Perpetual flow requires perpetual presence. That means you don't compartmentalize me. I am not your Sunday God. I am not your emergency solution. I am your source. And those who keep me first in time, first in thought, first in finances, will never run dry. That's why Elijah never lacked during famine. While the land was in drought, I sent ravens to feed him and water from the brook, because he followed my voice, even when it contradicted logic. Are you willing to follow me to the brook? Are you willing to obey when it seems strange? Because what sustains you will not be what sustains others. My instructions are specific. What worked for them may not work for you. That's why you must keep your ears open. Your journey requires custom strategies, divine, not duplicated. Say it. I follow the Father's voice, not the crowd's pattern. This is why many lose the flow. They start in obedience but shift into imitation. They copy formulas instead of following my fire. But the fire moves. It doesn't remain in a tent. It goes ahead to lead. And you must move with me. Exodus 13:21 says, By day the Lord went ahead of them in a pillar of cloud, and by night in a pillar of fire, to give them light. Child, I am still moving. Are you still following? You can't live in overflow with yesterday's instructions. You need fresh word, fresh direction, fresh trust. That is what sustains the flow. When I'm telling you now, I am reactivating your spiritual ears. You will hear me clearly again. The distractions are being silenced. The confusion is lifting. Your discernment is returning. Say it now. My spiritual ears are open. From now on, I will teach you how to manage divine flow. Not just receive, but respond, store, sow, and sustain. Here are the patterns of my kingdom. 1. Feed before you feast. When I give you more, feed someone with it. Don't wait until you have plenty. Sow with what you already hold. The boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish didn't wait for a buffet. He gave what he had, and I multiplied it for thousands. 2. Flow through generosity, not scarcity. A scarcity mindset will shut off heaven. Generosity is not about how much you give. It's about how much you trust. I bless cheerful givers not because they're wealthy, but because their heart reflects my nature. 3. Rest is part of stewardship. You cannot sustain overflow if you are burned out. Stop idolizing hustle. I created Sabbath not just as a law, but as a rhythm. In rest, I restore. In stillness, I speak. Psalm 23:2 says, He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Let me restore you. Your strength does not prove anything to me. Your surrender does. Say it. I rest in his rhythm. 4. Align your language with the promise. You can't walk in perpetual overflow if your mouth keeps speaking lack. Stop saying I'm broke. Stop saying I can't. Speak as if heaven is backing every word. because I am. Your tongue has power. Use it wisely. Proverbs 18:21 says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue." Declare life over your finances, life over your assignments, life over your health. The more you speak what I've spoken, the more you draw it near. Say it now with boldness. My words align with God's promises. 5. Partner with purpose-driven people. You cannot flow perpetually while walking with those who drain you spiritually. My economy moves in the company of the committed. Walk with eagles. Stop trying to bring everyone with you. Some are assigned. Others are distractions. I'm separating you not because I'm cruel, but because I'm focused. You've outgrown certain circles. Let them go with peace, but don't let them hold your future hostage. Say it and mean it. I choose divine partnerships. Child, if you follow these patterns, overflow will become your normal. Not through striving, but through alignment. Not through performance, but through my presence. The world will look at you and wonder why nothing shakes you, why provision finds you, why peace surrounds you, and you will say, I'm connected to heaven's economy. They'll try to understand it with logic, but they won't, because the kingdom cannot be explained, only experienced. You are stepping into supernatural flow, into kingdom momentum, into divine cycles of release, receive, repeat. This is not hype. It's holy. It's your inheritance. But I want you to take this seriously. Don't treat this like another word. Go back and listen again. Write down what stirred your spirit. Fast over what you need clarity on. Partner with those who walk in faith. And be willing to build with intentionality. Perpetual flow is not reserved for a few. It's available to all who align. And now I ask you, are you aligned? If yes, then say this out loud, wherever you are. I am aligned with the flow of God. I sow in obedience. I live in peace. I multiply for kingdom. This declaration isn't magic, it's movement. It signals heaven that you've crossed over, that you are ready, that you're not going back to the old mindset, the old fear, the old smallness. Like this message right now, if your spirit knows it's true, let your click become a covenant and share it with those who need to come out of worldly survival and into kingdom supply. Prepare yourself for what's next, because I'm not done. Soon, I will speak a final instruction, a release of prophetic inheritance, a divine release that touches land, legacy, and holy wealth assignments. My beloved child, this is the hour of divine inheritance. You have walked with me through mystery, through discipline, through revelation, and now I say, rise and receive. The reason many have missed overflow is because they did not recognize when I transitioned them from asking to accessing. You've been praying like a beggar when I've already seated you as an heir. You are not petitioning a stranger, you are receiving from your Father. Say this now. I am an heir of heaven. This is what the enemy never wanted you to realize, that when you understand inheritance, you stop striving, you stop chasing, you stop comparing, because you know what I have for you is already yours. Romans 8:17 says, if we are children, then we are heirs, heirs of God and co-heirs with Christ. That is not a poetic line. It's a legal declaration in the courtroom of heaven. You are not fighting for blessing. You are waking up to it. Child, I have watched how long you've waited, how deeply you've interceded, how you've served without recognition, sown without applause, obeyed without answers. Now I say, The vault is open. The wealth transfer has begun, not just financial but spiritual, emotional, territorial, legacy-level inheritance. This is the appointed time. Say it now with all your spirit. The vault of heaven is open to me. But know this, to whom much is given, much is required. I'm not giving you increase to impress others. I'm releasing inheritance so you can restore altars, fund kingdom vision, and raise up those forgotten by the world. Your reward is not just about you, it's about what flows through you. There are lands with your name on them, families tied to your breakthrough, children unborn who will benefit from your yes today. This is why you had to go through what you did. The pressure forged purity. The waiting created wisdom. The tears became oil. You didn't survive just to say you made it. You survived to lead. You are a financial reformer, a kingdom financier, a carrier of my glory in boardrooms, ministries, families, and systems. You are the fulfillment of prayers your ancestors cried in midnight hours. Say it boldly. I am walking in generational answers. And now in this holy moment I ask something of you. If this word has ignited something in your spirit, I invite you to support this ministry with a super thanks of $111 to support the ministry. Not as a transaction, but as a declaration. You're not paying for prophecy. You're partnering with heaven's voice. This word was born through fasting, intercession, editing, coordination, and labor from a team dedicated to delivering what heaven is saying now. If you've received, consider sowing. If you've heard me in this, obey me in this. You are helping carry my voice to others who are starving for it. Let your giving be a gateway for someone else's deliverance. Now lift your hands again. I release this final word over you. From today, the yoke of lack is broken. The cycle of delay is reversed, the shadow of fear is cast out, the wealth of heaven begins to move in your direction, and you shall leave a legacy. I place my hand on your mind, clarity. I place my hand on your hands, productivity. I place my breath on your spirit, activation. You will build what others abandoned. You will finish what others only dreamed of, and you will leave behind what others tried to steal. Because you, child, are my chosen vessel for kingdom overflow. Now arise, walk in confidence, walk in inheritance. You are no longer searching, you are receiving. You are no longer waiting, you are releasing. You are no longer trying, you are becoming. Like this video now, if this word confirmed your calling. Let heaven and hell know you agree with the flow of God. Share this message with at least 5 people. Yes, send it to them personally. Someone's freedom is one click away. And finally, join the God's Messenger membership of the Sacred Voice. This is not a platform. It's a prophetic altar. You're not meant to walk alone. Come and stand with others marked by God, moved by heaven, and mobilized for kingdom impact. This is not the end, this is your divine beginning. Now go and flow in God's hidden economy.